Hello, everybody. My name is Connor, and I am here with Marco versus Usopp. As I've kind of mentioned, I don't really have a deck that feels right for me right now. Ever since I've been kind of bricking with Purple Luffy, I'm trying to find a new home, and this week we are giving Marco a go. In this EB02 meta, my goal is to find a deck that just smacks Green Purple Luffy. That deck is my enemy. I don't want to play it. I don't know. I just have a big hatred for that deck, even though I haven't had a miserable time playing against it. But yeah, I just want to find some decks that do really well into Green Purple Luffy, and this is one of them. Green Purple Luffy struggles with removal, and Marco's got removal, guys. If you guys remember back in, what was it? Whenever Marco came out, I can't remember if it was 7 or 8 at the moment. Back in the day, I didn't feel like it was his time. But now, with some of the cards he has, it is his time. And if you guys have been here for a while, you guys know that I have been getting my ass kicked the past couple of weeks on Marco by my buddy Bryce. He has been kicking my ass, but we are actually playing Omic's list. You guys know I'm an Omic's fanboy, brother. So we are playing his list. Interesting card in that list is that Iron there. You guys see, I really want it to work, but it's just not doing it for me. But I am no Omix player. But my opponent is going to go ahead, play down Leo, grabbing the Yats and the stage there. I think they're technically supposed to discard there. Whoopsies, that's fine. Oh, there they go. They discarded Rebecca. I was playing a little ahead. I thought they were done. My bad. They go ahead, play out the stage off of the Leo, and yeah, we go ahead and get turn. I think I accidentally drew twice there. Oh no, I'm leader ability. Never mind. So we're going to go ahead, leader ability, cycle out that Seaquake. Minus the Leo there, and I'm just gonna go ahead Seaquake that Leo, just to kind of remove the body on his board, and we'll go ahead swing at 7 at lead, see what he wants to do there. He is gonna go ahead, take that first hit, drop it down to 3 life, and we are gonna go ahead passing the turn. Our hand looks pretty good, and honestly, the cycle on Marco is so nice. I've really been enjoying that aspect of being able to kind of, even if I get a shitty opening hand, being able to kind of fix my hand as we go. My opponent's going to go ahead, tap 1 Dawn, play down another Leo, searching the top, I want to say 5, I could be wrong. 4, see, I was wrong, see, look at me. Top 4 for 2 Dressrosa type cards, and then he trashes 1. And if you guys are looking at my hand, he grabs a Sabo and a Cavendish. Oh, my homies hate Cavendish. It's so good. It's so good to get that draw 2 trash 1. Maybe put it in Marco? Smile? I don't know. I don't deck build. He's going to go ahead, trash a Zoro, tap 2, play probably. Yep, Idio is going to come down, or Idio. I'm not sure how to say it. And a 6 at lead, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this. Getting another Ein, so hey, something to cycle out, but we do have an Ivankov play ready for us if we so choose. But we'll see what I do here. I'm gonna go ahead, leader ability, draw into Mastiffs, which is a 2K, which is pretty nice. We're just gonna put that Mastiffs right back up top. It is looking like an Ivankov play just to keep cards in hand. We're gonna minus the EDO by 2. I'm gonna go ahead, swing another 7. Just applying a lot of pressure. Unfortunately, my opponent's hands are off screen right now, so I can't see. But he is going to go ahead and block. Not using leader ability there. I don't know if he forgot or has too many cards in hand. But we're going to play Ivankov into the Mastiffs. My opponent reading the cards, not familiar with what they do. I don't blame him. I had no idea what Mastiffs did either until probably about 2 weeks ago. Probably when my buddy Bryce used it against me and killed something and made me sad. But we are going to go ahead and pass turn. The 2 Eins in our hand. We just have a lot of things we want to do with 7 Dawn here. And that's kind of my gripe with this list. I'm thinking about cutting Beckman, thinking about cutting Ein. I know my buddy Bryce has a pretty good list, and he's been consistently kicking my ass. And that's great for him. Awful for me, but great for him. Love that for you. Anyway, my opponent's taking some time to think about what he wants to do, and I am feeling a little like I don't have a lot of counter in hand, and I am noticing that my life absolutely blends in with my playmat here. Shout out to the Luffy TCG. These are his playmats I designed, If you want to pick up one of these playmats, go to, I think it's the LuffyTV.com. You could go ahead and buy them there. But if you want a playmat from me, go ahead to 1000 Noble. I've got plenty of designs, not this one, but plenty of other designs, and I'm constantly making more. So 4 are going to come down. Cavendish are going to be able to get on the board there, and swinging pretty big here. We get the Beckman, and he goes ahead past his turn. But I'm feeling pretty good. Unfortunately, Ivankov, I have too many cards in my hand to utilize Ivankov, but we can certainly make some things happen here. We have the option of just playing the Beckman and trashing, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I don't know if that's my favorite play, but it works for us. Probably the best play we had at the time. I really didn't want him to get the benefit of cycling with that Cavendish, and I didn't want him to get an extra swing in. I've been really trying to do a good job of controlling his board, and it's been working well for me, so that's great. But I think this is actually, I've played probably about 5 to 6, maybe a little more games with Marco here, and I think this is probably the first time I've played down Beckman. If I see Newgate, I want to play Newgate. If I see Rush Ace, good chance I want to play Rush Ace. But my opponent is going to go ahead, play down Rebecca. Rebecca's going to cheat out that 7-cost Luffy. That Luffy absolutely can be a monster if we let him. He's going to go ahead, play down Zoro, kill the Mastus. Kind of unfortunate with the Zoro milling 2 cards off the top of his deck. And I'm thinking here we are probably going to want to... I think there's a world where we can play Rayleigh and get out of it, but he's going to go ahead, swing 8, I believe, at Beckman, if I remember correctly. Yep, and I'll give him 2k with the Mastus. Going to send those cards to the bottom of his deck, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember this game like I think I remember this game. I'm going to go ahead and restand Luffy just so he gets one more time. If you guys don't know, the Luffy there, the stage gives pseudo rush to Dressrosa type characters, and Luffy is allowed to attack active characters. So we counter out of 2 8k swings with the Luffy at the Beckman, and then we counter out of the 1k or the 5k leader swing. I'm gonna go ahead, leader ability, making sure I've got the Dawn here. It's looking like a Rayleigh turn. With 8, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put one of our Eins at the bottom. I feel like Ein, for me at least, is really situational. I feel like Ein is they're playing 10-cost Shanks. They swung 10-cost Shanks. Here it is, I'm messing him up. So we're going to go ahead, tap 2 there. We're going to go ahead and play down Ein, make that a 0-cost. Yeah, okay, so I don't hate that play, honestly. And then we'll go ahead and swing Ivankov, drawing off the Ivankov into a Monet. That worked pretty well for us. Way to go, past Connor. Really making good plays here. We'll go ahead and swing this 6 into the, what is that, 5, 4, 3k? 3 or 4k, Zoro, and he is off the field. 8 with Beckman going at lead, and I think we might get another life here. So we're doing, it's a little bit of a slow and steady, game, but we are doing our best to control the board and just keep everything under control. And I think this is literally the only time I've ever gotten to play Ein out. Yeah, Ein is one of those cards that I just really want to work, but in Marco, I just don't think it works for me, at least. I know in Caesar Clown, it's pretty good, though. In Caesar Clown, it is goated, which I do be thinking about building Caesar Clown. I've got too many decks right now. I gotta dismantle some, put some bulk away, or put some of my cards away, and then we can rebuild and all that fun stuff. But yeah. Anyway, back to the game. My opponent's separating out his Dawn. We're sitting at 2 life. We have a decent amount of counters in hand. We are able to kind of cycle some of our cards. And honestly, I'm feeling really confident at this point. My opponent's gonna go ahead, play down Cavendish, get that Cavendish effect off immediately. Gonna go ahead, swing. I can't tell how many Dawn, but we're gonna give him a 2k and a 1k to get out of that. Kind of just thinking, okay, I don't think he can swing. If he swings into leader, into Beckman, we can go ahead and counter that. He's gonna go ahead swing 4 into Ivankov, and I kind of want to keep Ivankov alive, so trying to decide between discarding 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think we're gonna use Beckman here, and then they're gonna go ahead swing the rest onto that and swing, I think, 9 into Beckman, and I'll let him go at this point. I want to keep Ivankov alive, especially because now Ivankov can swing into Rebecca, get some more value besides just drawing a card, and we honestly, with the new gate, we are sitting pretty good. And we top deck the 9-cost Sanji off a leader ability, so there's a good opportunity here. We're gonna put the Rayleigh on top, and minus the Cavendish there by 2. Then we're gonna tap 9. We're sitting in a pretty commanding position, even though our lives are pretty even. We're in a 9-cost Sanji into Rayleigh, and we're gonna minus, and we're gonna go ahead minus and pop the Cavendish, minusing Rebecca, I assume by 2. Regardless, swinging 4 there, gonna draw into another Rayleigh. Wow, crazy. And then the 7 at lead, and then getting a 2K, and then a 6 at lead. Or is Ayn a 6? She might be a 6. Getting 2 2Ks out of hand. I'm not very familiar with Ayn. I thought she was a 7K, but he just gave me a 2K, so it must be a 6. Now, I still feel like we're in a pretty good spot. Even if they clear board here, we have a 9K and an 8K coming at them, and I don't think there's much they can do to get rid of them. As for if they clear board, I'm fine with it, honestly. Ivankov has done their job. Ivankov has slain Queen, you know what I mean? And Ayn, honestly, did a little bit of work. Did more than I expected Ayn to do. More than I've seen Ayn do in my hands. Now, if we're talking about Omeg's hands, he's done it all, so. My opponent's going to go ahead, play Rebecca into Kyros, deciding not to bounce anything, which is understandable. I don't think they really want to give me more counter. Granted, it might have been better if they did it to just get a body off board, but they are going to go ahead and grab the Toy Soldier back to their hand with, what is that, 3 Dawn up, I believe? To go ahead, thinking about where they want to swing. Yeah, with the Kyros and Rebecca having a pseudo form of rush with Colosseum, I definitely don't care about keeping Ivankov and Ayn alive. It would be great if I could, but not worth it if you ask me. I only have, I think, 2K counter in my hand anyway. So yeah, Ivankov, gonna swing into Ivankov, gonna swing into Ayn, and I mean, I'm feeling pretty good here. I'm feeling like there's not much they can do, and then we take our life when we get Rush Ace, so I feel like we really have this game secured here. It just depends on the math. How do we want to math here? I'm gonna go ahead, leader ability, gonna get Monet, gonna put Rayleigh on top here just in case, and now we're gonna go ahead sort out our Dawn here with, let's see, gonna go ahead, tap 5, play down the Rush Ace, leader ability minus the Rebecca. Just trying to explain my card to my opponent. I don't think he's really seen a lot of these cards before, understandable. So 6, 7, 8 at lead. We're gonna see if he can get out of that. He will. Another, what is that, 8? Is that 8? That is 8. 6, 7, 8. Yep, another 8 at lead. He's gonna go ahead and take that. One more 8 at lead, and I am definitely getting a little worried here. Like, oh, okay, these last 2 hits have got to hit. The 8 goes through, the 9 goes, and the 9 swings, and we are able to get it. So, good game to my opponent, Monet in life. Honestly, I'm really having a lot of fun with Marco. As I had a lot of fun playing him last time. I wasn't crazy about the Ivankov list, and I'm not crazy about the Ivankov package, but it definitely feels a little better than it used to, at least to me, with Mastus and Monet. I feel like there's more options besides Ivankov Duval. But yeah, overall, Marco's been pretty fun. I've been having a good time with him. As I said, I think I am going to tweak the list a little bit, but overall, it definitely feels better than the last time we were playing Marco. So happy to be back on Marco. Happy to be just enjoying Marco again. But yeah, I forgot how much fun red and blue is together. But that is going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.